It's 6:30. I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Mitch, could you call the roll, please?
Alphon.
Here.
Nystrom.
Here.
Stephen.
Here.
Melhouse is absent. Pritchard.
Here. Okay, number one, public hearing on the proposed use of SAVE revenue for an athletic facility infrastructure project. I'll go ahead and open this at 6:30. It's a public hearing. And Julie, would you like to give a description?
Sure. This is actually for our Futures and Homeschool Assistance Program building that we are planning to build, and it's considered an athletic facility because of the half gym that's in that building. So that's why we have the public hearing, is so that people can share any thoughts that they have about that proposed structure.
This is our second hearing.
We did do this before. This is the second time because last time it was based on a different budget amount than what had come in. So this one actually is based on $6 million instead of 4.5.
Anything from the public, Mitch?
No comments.
Anything to add? It's 6:31, so I'll go ahead and close the hearing. And we can move right into number two. Resolution supporting the proposed, let's see here, is that the right one?
Yep, that's roll call too.
Resolution supporting the proposed use of SAVE revenue for an athletic facility infrastructure project. Julie, anything to add here?
This is just a resolution to share support for the proposed use of SAVE revenue for the athletic facility infrastructure project. So it's a resolution after the hearing.
I move to support the proposed use of SAVE revenue for an athletic facility infrastructure project.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mitch, roll call vote, please.
Alphon.
Yes.
Nystrom.
Yes.
Stephen.
Yes.
Melhouse is absent. Pritchard.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion carries. Item number three, high school methods classes.
We have John Johnson, our high school principal, here to present to you more on this topic.
Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Here in front of you all. So I know Julie,
There.
There you
You're
go.
good.
I know Julie sent a summary of our methods courses. When students have IEPs, means they're currently discrepant from their peers in math, reading, or writing. They're offered a methods, or we have them take a methods course. That course currently serves our English and math courses, pulling review activities, reteach. And what we are requesting is that course go from a letter grade to a pass-fail. We feel at the high school that we are grading students on the same thing twice in those cases. I did reach out to the Raccoon River Conference and a couple of my colleagues in Des Moines. And I would say the majority of people do a pass-fail option or no grade for these sort of classes, depending on how it works in the schedule.
I have a question, John.
Yes.
So a pass-fail grade, I know a young woman who would like to go on after high school, get a special degree, and that won't interfere with that, will it?
Nope, it will not. It is simply designed to allow the credit, the elective credit, instead of grading those students twice, sometimes to a detriment.
Okay.
Yep, good question. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
This requires a motion.
Yep.
I move that we allow the methods courses to be on a pass-fail basis.
Been moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number four, adult meal prices. Julie?
Yes, the USDA is requiring us to move our adult meal prices to $3.95 starting this month. So I believe we're at $3.80.
375,
I
I believe, or 385.
okay. I thought it was $3.85, but I'm not sure where we are currently. But it's a requirement from USDA to move our adult prices to $3.95. So that's why that's on the agenda. And so I just recommend approval of moving the adult lunch price to $3.95. Student lunches and breakfast will still be free this year. So this only affects our adults.
Hearing Julie's description. Any questions? If none, I'd entertain a motion.
I'd move to approve the adult meal price to $3.95 as posted.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further questions? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, number 5, COVID-19 vaccination testing policies.
Okay, so as a school system, we are qualified for the vaccination mandate that OSHA has put out for employers that have more than 100 employees. And so the board policies that you have in front of you are board policies that were drafted by our legal counsel and Iowa Association of School Boards. I will point out that some of the dates, you might wonder about the dates, is because that's the language in the OSHA mandate, and they have not changed the dates in the OSHA mandate itself. What they have been updating are when they plan to fine organizations that are not in compliance. And I was able to speak with legal counsel today to confirm whether we should be changing those dates or not. And they were adamant that those dates match the OSHA mandate. So that's why you see the dates that you do in the 403.8 document in particular that I'm referencing. So I just recommend approval based on the fact that it's a mandate that will be held to, and part of the mandate is to have policies in place.
Brian did call me with another concern about the outdated CDC guidelines. Is that similar, that we can't change the motion because?
So I did ask about CDC guidelines, and our legal counsel recommend that we wait to act on the most recent, because we do not have any kind of guidance from Iowa Department of Public Health or other
Or any updated
or
guidance.
any
from the
updated
CDC
guidance
OSHA.
from OSHA with regard to the change in CDC guidance. So they were recommending that we not make changes based on the CDC guidance at this time until we hear from OSHA as to what they are mandating. That's what she had said.
So all litigation has been suspended, or, I mean, are there any more challenges?
So it is slated to go before the Supreme Court on the 7th.
Okay,
They will begin hearing arguments about it. How long those arguments will take, we do not know. How long it will take to get a decision, we do not know. And so that is one of the reasons why legal counsel recommends that we move forward, because it's currently mandated. It's not in a stay currently. Even though the fines for the testing portion won't be enacted until February 9th. The requirements are still there. That's how it was explained to me today when I inquired.
so this is really a precautionary or a proactive or get ready for the future.
It's required. It's required.
I mean, I've read through,
Yeah.
it's,
Mhm.
and
We're required as an organization to adhere to this, and it is our legal counsel and Iowa Association of School Boards legal counsel that is saying that we need to move forward until told otherwise.
okay.
Since this is mandated, is there a reason why it requires board action? Is it just the policy portion?
The mandate requires that organizations have policy in place. So that's why you have policies before you.
I move that we accept the policies that have been set up for the COVID-19 vaccination testing.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further questions?
Well, this could change on a dime, right? I mean,
January 10th is the date that we're expected to start
oh,
this.
okay.
So are all districts implementing the same policy?
For 100 people or
Yes.
more.
For 100 people, yeah.
Anyone who has 100 people. If a district does not employ at least 100 people, then they will not be mandated to do this. If they employ more than 100 people, and we employ over 400,
So most districts.
most districts, but not all.
Are there any districts choosing not to adopt policy? What would the consequences?
I am not aware of anyone that's choosing not to adopt policy. There are some that are meeting Wednesday. I know a lot of, some are meeting tonight, some are meeting tomorrow, some are meeting, I mean, there are different dates that they've come up with. We happen to have a special board meeting already scheduled. That's why it was set for today.
And our staff's been notified.
I did notify them.
What's the response been so far? Hard to tell. Is it too early?
I think our staff is really great at responding to what we are asking of them. And those that have had questions have been really good about asking questions. And I've been honest with them when I don't know. So we'll continue on that path. We'll keep doing that. You know, if I don't know, that's why I set up a call today to make sure I had more information so that I can provide more information to our staff.
Further
We have the
questions?
majority of the people have already shared with us their status. And so we're just trying to gather the last few so that we can start to let those that will need to follow testing procedures to know what to do. I've also been able to, and we've gotten approval. We had a requested from the state test at Iowa site to be able to acquire tests for the employees that need to test. And we had to then apply to the Department of Ed, and we have done that, and we've also been approved. So now we're hoping to be able to order them. It's a matter of how quickly can we get them so that then they can simply get the tests from us if they want to utilize that, so that it will be less of a hardship for our employees. Even though that is not part of the mandate. The mandate does not say that employers need to provide anything, but I think that that's only the right thing to do for our employees, is to try and make this as easy and simple as possible.
Yeah.
And a question that has come up and is, you know, what if the Supreme Court rules that this is null and void? Then at that point, we'll come back to the board table. We will make the policies that we would put in place null and void, just like we did our other COVID policies. And then we would cease to follow the plan. So it can stop just as quickly as it starts.
We have quite a
We
we have quite a few scheduled
Oh, we
meetings this
do.
month that we could,
do have quite a few scheduled meetings this month.
some of those.
We do.
And if
We have one next Monday, in fact. So yes,
removing a policy doesn't require two,
it does not.
it's just if you amend a policy.
Typically, it's two. In emergency situations such as this, that's why it's only one to even enact it, because this is a federal mandate where we're required to. So that's why it's
If
not
something
two.
changes, we can change.
We can change it very quickly.
Okay.
Yes. So I want to point that out too, that the only reason we're moving forward with this is because we're mandated to do so. This was not a district decision.
Any other further questions or discussion? We have a motion and a second. Mitch, do you want roll call or a voice vote?
If you want to.
We'll call the roll, please.
Alphon,
Yes.
Nystrom,
Yes.
Stephen,
Yes.
all else is gone. Pritchard,
Yes. Motion carries. I think we're on to the last item. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.